the NPP's Delegates Conference happening now. We're on ground to be bringing you everything that's happening over there. But in studio with me this afternoon is Dr. Asah Asante, political scientist, head Center for European Studies at the University of Ghana. Doc, thank you for making time for us today. Today, as the NPP is at the conference today, generally, what's your expectation today?
I think in such occasions, people like us who eat and drink politics, we are excited because it broadens the frontiers of democracy, and then it tells us that we are on a good cause. What we don't want is issues of violence, attacks without any substance and all that. But having said this, when I was coming, I was just driving to campus and I saw the spirit is always there, and you see people eager to be part of their program and all that. It is good, because if you look at it from the point of view of what you are going to do, then it's a good thing. You are going to look at your constitution, examine which aspect ought to go, and then what will be the benefit for the party and for the nation at large. That is all there is when you are talking about what self-introspection. Aristotle, the greatest of all, told us that the unexamined life is not worth living. So if you have examined yourself using this book for a while, and then the time comes for you to take a critical look, compare it, look at it vis-a-vis your life, then you are able to come out with something that will really improve the situation. Why not? So I am all for it, but it's my hope and prayer that what they put down at the end of the day, they will achieve it. And when they do, they will implement it to the letter. Because all these things are what we call in political science institutions.
Right.
They are the rules, the regulations, the procedures, the norms and all that. But there's no point setting them up. Then you, at a point in time, you want to jettison them. Then that is what? Counterproductive. Very
good way to want to start our conversation. You're in the studio with me here, so sit comfortably, but I'll take our audience now to the University of Ghana Stadium, where a lot is happening. Stay with us.
Were self-inflicted. Post-election frustrations have sometimes been misdirected at leadership, creating unnecessary tension and mistrust within our ranks. This must stop. The time has come to reconnect with our grassroots, restore discipline, and reignite the spirit of service that built this party. Fellow conferees, this is why the decision to amend our constitution and to conduct early presidential primaries must be applauded. It will allow us to reorganize early, heal internal divisions, and give our candidates time to reconnect with the people. It is a bold, strategic step towards reclaiming power in 2028. Chairman, we have to be clear about one thing. Returning to power will not come easy. It will require unity, not the absence of criticism, but the presence of shared purpose. It will demand sacrifice, hard work, and absolute respect for our structures and processes. We must also elevate our
Stay with us here on the Joy News channel. We shall take you back as and when we're able to. A lot happening over there. My colleagues on the ground would also get you all the interviews that you've been yearning for. But back in the studio here is Dr. Asah Asante. Doc, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, which is why they're there. Anyway, imagine the elephants and then the elephant in the room as well. The reforms, let's just look at it from the political science point of view before we even take it one after the other. Generally, is it a good time to want to reform?
Oh, reforms are necessary. And of course, timing is critical. But there's no better time than this, that they are out of power. And this is a time for them to look at all the rules governing their processes and then see which one worth its salt to be able to remain in the books. Otherwise, there's a need to do self-introspection, which I've already said, and see which of them will really have to stand and for what reason. And that is why they are doing that. I am always interested in things like that because you see, rules are done to regulate the conduct of people and also regulate processes and all that. So at a point in time, they become stale if you don't take these processes into consideration and see whether what you have can really stand the test of time.
Well, let's even expand this conversation to the 1990 Constitution. You may have heard, and as you know already, many have said at the time, those who put those Constitution put it there so that it'll favor them because of the time and the era. At this particular time when they are not in power and they are hoping to amend the Constitution, would it surprise you if political scientists like yourself would say that it is a way to actually help aid people who are already at the pinnacle of decision making? Because of course, they are the ones to sit down, look at the proposed reforms. Is it to benefit them, or genuinely this is to realign the party?
It is to realign the party in the sense that if you have done it, let's take it for the purpose of this conversation that NPP continue to be in power and the amendment had come at this time. Look, the proposals we are talking about, the forces within government will not allow it to stand. But today they are out of power. So virtually everybody is an ordinary person. All right. Remember, when you have a government whose party is in power, then the dynamics change. So you are going to have an establishment candidate who bulldozes his way through even the amendment and all that. People have nothing to say. So this is appropriate time that all of them are out of power. Now they have become ordinary people, so to speak. So now you can speak your mind and damn the consequence. And for me, the time is nothing but an apt description of all that we expect at this time.
Right. Doc, let's take them back to the University of Ghana Stadium.
His Excellency, the former President John Ajay Kufuor, His Excellency, the former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, my fellow national executives, regional executives, police station executives, former chief of staffs, member of parliament, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all of you to today's conference. I hope and believe that before we leave here, we will become united and peaceful. Before I sit down, please let us observe a minute for our departed brother, Honorable Kumi. So let us rise up. Everybody should stand up. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Minianum Anopei Mahobeka Chese Party, no, we are united than before. I believe, sir, conference way, you be free, you be confused. Now what you are coming in, you chum near by a bako, near to me, move party to forward. Sending by 2028, we will become victorious. Now, on this note, I declare this conference open. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
very much. The conference is duly opened. Constitutionally, the National Treasurer is mandated to give a report to conference. We shall invite the National Treasurer, Dr. Charles Dramina, to give us a report on the party's financial standing. Dr. Charles Dramina.
National Chairman, colleague national officers, Excellencies, Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished delegates of the 2025 National Annual Delegates Conference, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. I stand on behalf of the Finance Committee of the National Council to present to conference the financial report of the party. Before I proceed, Mr. Chairman, please allow me to acknowledge and thank the distinguished personalities whose generous contributions have made it very possible for us to hold conference today. And these personalities are His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Honorable Kennedy Ejapong, Honorable Dr. Brian Echampong, Honorable Dr. Educhum. All these personalities and many more, including the former political ambassadors and political appointees under the President Akufo-Addo's administration, will be officially appreciated in writing. I also take this opportunity to acknowledge the chairman and members of the Finance Committee who have worked around the clock to ensure that the needed funds are mobilized to make this event a success. So to the chairman of the committee, Chairman Secretary Abankwa, the Secretary Dr. Charles Dramina, Ambassador Edward Boateng, Madam Ale Dahrein, Madam Nana Adjoa Dokuya, and Madam Janet Anane, we say thank you for your efforts. Mr. Chairman, the Treasury, under the leadership of the Steering Committee and the Finance Committee, set out to improve the financial health of the party along 5 main pillars. These are enhancing transparency and accountability, appreciating and recognizing anyone who donates to the party, training executive members on effective financial protocols, making dues and contribution payments flexible, and diversifying our sources of revenue. Under enhancing transparency and accountability, leadership has put in measures to enhance transparency and accountability right from the beginning of this administration. Officers from across all levels of the party have been conscientized on the need to retire all funds disbursed to them for party-related activities. I am happy to report to conference that there is a high degree of compliance, although we have still not been able to achieve 100% compliance. I use this occasion to appeal to all party executive officers to cooperate with the treasurers and financial secretaries at their various constituencies and regions whenever they request for documentation in financial disbursements. Such requests are aimed at enhancing transparency and accountability, and as such, will inure to the benefit of the party. Appreciating and recognizing anyone who donates to support the party. Mr. Chairman, this administration has taken steps to appreciate and recognize members, supporters, sympathizers, and all who donate to support the party. We have been organizing events such as Time with the Patrons, during which we appreciate those who contribute to support the party. Appropriate certificates and letters of appreciation and recognition are given out to all those who contribute to support the party. This, we believe, is motivating them and encouraging them to continue to support the party. Training executive members on effective financial protocols. Over the period, training workshops have been organized for the regional officers who manage the purse of the party to sharpen their skill set and deepen their understanding of what they have to do. There is the need for this training to be extended to all constituencies so that every executive officer will understand and appreciate the nuances of political finance protocols. Perhaps after such training workshops, the needless tension between some treasurers and their colleagues in the discharge of their duties may be eliminated, as it will be expected that most executive members, if not all, will understand and cooperate with their treasurers and financial secretaries. Making dues contributions and payments flexible. Conference. The current administration has put in measures to ensure that the payment of dues is optimized. Currently, the membership dues is in 4 categories. Platinum, they contribute 10 cedis per month. Gold, 8 Ghana cedis per month. Silver, 5 Ghana cedis per month. And bronze, 2 Ghana cedis per month. The payment is now through a short code, *920*270#. This payment application was developed in-house by our own IT directorate and has been made very convenient for members to pay their dues or make donations anytime. Prior to the introduction of this system, members had to go all the way to their various constituencies and regional offices to have their dues paid. And this cumbersome process discouraged a number of party members in paying their dues. As part of my working visit to sensitize members on dues payment, the Treasury interacted with 6,958 party members. Out of this number, 1,728 were constituency officers, 2,380 were electoral area coordinators, 934 were polling station executive members, and 1,916 were non-executive members. When we engaged them, more than 6,800 of these clearly indicated that they were no more interested in paying their dues, and they mainly cited 2 reasons. The first being the cumbersome process of having to go to the constituency and regional offices to pay their dues, and the second being the fact that they do not get any direct benefit from the party after paying their dues. When we informed them of the new digital payment system and a proposal to have an accident insurance policy attached directly to the dues payment, 6,829 out of the 6,958 changed their minds and indicated their commitment to pay their dues so as to benefit from the policy. This represents 98.14% of party members engaged who are ready to pay their dues should the accident insurance proposal come into effect. Mr. Chairman, the group accident insurance policy proposal is aimed at ensuring that any member who is in good standing gets substantial financial support in times of trouble occasioned by an accident. The benefits cover accidental death, where the next of kin of the deceased member will be paid a lump sum amount. Permanent disability occasioned by an accident, where the affected member in good standing shall be given a lump sum payment. Temporal disablement, where the affected member in good standing who is not able to go to work because of the accident shall be given a weekly allowance until he is able to go to work. And finally, an amount of money shall be paid to the member in good standing to cover the medical expenses occasioned by an accident. Mr. Chairman, for all these benefits, the member does not need to make any additional payment other than the payment of the monthly membership dues. The Finance Committee has already approved the group accident insurance policy proposal and has recommended it to the party for adoption. It is the considered opinion of the Finance Committee that the group accident insurance proposal will serve as a potent revenue catalyst that will motivate majority, if not all, our members to pay their dues. As indicated above, the insurance proposal would make it possible for the Finance Committee to raise substantial revenues for the party. This will then pave the way for the party to enroll other more expensive policies, such as life insurance policies that can address the chronic health conditions of some party members. Going forward, Mr. Chairman, conference
He has been sidelined, and in fact, he hasn't been sidelined. And if you follow the event of the New Patriotic Party very well, many programs, former President Kufuor will definitely deliver his speech through electronic. It can be Zoom, it can be Skype. This is not the first time that he has done that. The last time we were doing our manifesto launch, he spoke to us through Zoom. The last time we were doing our campaign launch in Cape Coast, he did same. Many national council meetings he has not been able to honor because of his busy schedules and other constraints. So this will not be the first event that the former president will not be physically present, but he will be present with us. His goodwill message will be played. The former president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he has always been in all our programs, but at the moment he is on a visit in the UK. That is why he cannot be physically present in this meeting. But I am very convinced that it is not new. It is something that has been happening, and it does not mean that the party is not united. We are the party, or the New Patriotic Party, where we have two former presidents and who are still alive, and former vice president who is still alive. Our colleagues, they don't have that. They don't don't have anybody to guide them. That is why when the president said he wanted it postponed, immediately a national council meeting was organized. A national council meeting is the highest decision-making body of our party, apart from Congress. We deliberated on the issue. We communicated with him. He doesn't have any problem with it. He understands the situation that we are in, because it was left with 4 days for the election when the meeting was called on Monday. So I'm very convinced that this conference, when we leave here, will be more united than ever. When I'm convinced that when we leave here, the apathy that was in the party that made many people not to turn up to vote will also reduce. So I'm very convinced that the party is more united than before, and at the end of the day, you will see that the New Patriotic Party is a New Patriotic Party, and we shall win to be able to save Ghana. Because our colleagues, they cannot do anything. It's 7 months into their government, they've already started backtracking, messing up policies, and funded social interventions, and then, burden Ghanaians more than what they should have done.
Thank you very much, Honorable Habib Idrisu, there speaking to us and giving us an indication of what his own expectations are on this matter. We'll try and speak to more and more party stalwarts who have gathered here and are ready for this very important matter that have to be discussed today. And the big party stalwarts are all here, and so I'll try and see if I can speak to a couple more of them and see what their viewpoints are on these matters. The New Patriotic
General Secretary and the National Treasurer jointly acted on behalf of conference to avoid breaches of Act 574. I am therefore seeking the retrospective approval of conference to ratify the decisions taken on behalf of the National Annual Delegates Conference by the National Chairman, the General Secretary, and the National Treasurer. I thank you for your audience and wish all of us a successful conference.
Thank you, National Treasurer, for your report. Now, conference, a quick roll call. I need you all to be active. Yeah, Babobo regions, says yeah, the Ahayama, Yanya de Kasiapa. Upper East, Munsara. Wake up, Upper East. Rise up to your feet. Thank you very much. Upper East. Upper West, where are you? Anthony Namo and your people. Thank you very much. The Vice President's region. Northeast, are you here? Northeast, are you here? Thank you very much. Northern region. Northern region. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chairman Samba and your people. Now to Savannah region. Prof. Kalimonia and your people. Savannah region. Great to have you here. Yadamwase. Ave Yanko. Bono East region. Chairman Ivy, Bono East region. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ave Yanko. Kwame Bafu Abronya region. Bono region, where are you? Thank you very much. Western North. Chairman Ben Amma and your people, where are you? Western North. Great to have you here. Yadamwase, Yadamwase. The President's region. Eastern region, show your presence, where are you? Eastern region, show your presence, where are you? Thank you. That is the President's region. Chairman Jeff Kunedu and your people, we thank you very much. To OT region, Chairman Dapa and your people, Chairman Evans Dapa and your people, thank you very much. OT region, we can see you, great to have you in here. Chairman Makafui Wanya, Volta region, thank you very much. I like the energy, thank you very much. Western region, the best come from the west. Western region, Chairman Indonesia and your people, where are you? Thank you very much. Now to Central region, Percy Dennis Kwaku and your people. Central, where are you? Thank you very much. We can feel you. Thank you. Now to the heartbeat of the New Patriotic Party, Ashanti region. Chairman and your people. Thank you very much. Now to the host region. Chairman Divine Otu Agohom and your people. Greater Accra, let us feel your energy. Greater Accra. Thank you very much. The National Treasurer just delivered our financial report. All those in favor of the motion, can I hear a big aye? All those who are not in favor, can I hear no? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. The report is adopted.
Thank you, conference. God bless us all.
Now, let's call for the party anthem to warm us up. Anytime you hear the party anthem, all must be on your feet. Thank you. All of us must be on our feet. We are the New Patriotic Party. The elephant is our winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant is our winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant is the winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant is the winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. Are you ready to wave your flag? Are you ready? All of us must wave. Let's wave.
And now we shall listen to fraternal messages from other political parties. The first party here, a delegation led by the General Secretary, Citizen Atudazi, is the Great Consolidated Popular Party, GCPP. He is joined by Madam Cynthia Atta, his second vice, and Mr. George Amua, the national organizer. The delegation from the Great Consolidated Popular Party, GCPP.
Chairman of Congress, kindly permit me to stand on existing protocols to bring you greetings from the only party in Ghana that has stayed true to the ideals and values of its concept of domestication, the Great Consolidated Popular Party. Our 2024 flag bearer, Dr. Daniel Augustus Latte Jr., also extends his heartfelt greetings to you all. Let me begin by congratulating the organizing committee for a great work done so far. Today marks a very important journey in the life of the NPP. Your conduct and decisions today will determine whether the party will continue a sinking path or change the trajectory as a formidable and united party which is determined to win power once again. Just as many Ghanaians, how a party moved from the battle is the Lord's to Mayekuntain, I will say, or Sisifianibi is a mystery. However, it is refreshing to know that the party, through its own internal mechanisms, has realized the essential need to go back to its values. The self-destruction button down
National Council. How do you respond to that?
It's not true. It's not true. Don't ask this question. Don't ask this question. This question.
But as far as you are concerned, President Kufuor is in your fold.
No, he's the godfather for this party. 2000, he's the person God uses him for him to get a favor from God and men to lead our party to win. You know, we respect him so much. You know, so he always, you know, also love the party, so there's no problem. There's no problem. We don't have.
Thank you very much, Chairman Wontumi. Thank you so much. Yeah. Chairman Wontumi. Yeah, Chairman Wontumi there giving us some perspectives on what to expect on this very important matter. I'll come and speak to honorable members pretty shortly. Kenneth Demoa, Member of Parliament for Bekwai, Honorable Gloria Trobu. I mean, your video of the press conference has been doing a lot of rounds. About the one you are crying has been doing a lot of rounds. But let me speak to Madam Abinosi Asare, former Minister of State at the Finance Ministry and the Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. Madam, what are your own expectations for today's event today?
My expectations for today's annual delegate conference is for delegates to speak their mind. So delegates to tell us whether they are embracing all the work that we have put into these amendments, so that at the end of the day, it's the party that wins. So we are, in a very high expectations that all that we have put together, the delegates will look at it favorably, because it is not about one person, but it's about bringing the party together and expanding the base and making the party more attractive and fit for purpose, so that in 2028 we can recapture power from the NDC.
Are there some of the constitutional amendments you are looking forward to? There are those who are calling for the expansion of the party's the delegate system, expand it. For instance, there are even comments about a top-bottom approach and all that. Some of these big issues have come up. I wonder what you think of them.
That is why it is a democratic party, and we have gathered here for the delegates, after we have shared the amendments with them, to tell us what they think of these amendments. At the end of the day, you don't get 100% yes in everything, but what the majority say is what we will go along with, because that will reflect the views of the people at the base. And so we look forward to a very successful conference where whatever amendments they want us to effect, we'll go ahead and effect. The most important thing is that we expand the base and make it more inclusive and fit for purpose, so that in 2028, the ultimate of winning power will be realized.
Let me ask you one last question about former President Kufuor and his request for this event to be postponed. The party explained that because of certain logistical issues, he couldn't do that. But also when Brian Achampon went to visit him, he did talk about the fact that he feels he has been sidelined. And he is the first person who led his party to his electoral victory. What do you make of that, and how do you think the party can bridge the divide, unite all your party stalwarts towards 2028?
When you look at the theme, the theme says what? That we are rebuilding together with our values. So where we faltered, where we went wrong, we are beginning the process of bringing everybody on board and making sure that we get a very strong party, so that at the end of it all, we will have everybody who can make a voice and who makes a voice and whose voice can bring in more people, get everybody on board and make sure we achieve our aim of capturing power in 2028. So yes, we have come together like this. It's unfortunate that the president is not here with us. The former president is also not here with us. But we believe that their spirit is here with us and is going to support us and have a successful conference. So that at the end of it all, the object, the main aim or goal or objective of this conference will be realized. That is the most important thing. I believe that wherever they are, they'll be happy that we have been able to converge and the outcome has been successful, and that is going to help us rebuild our party with our own values. The values that made a lot of Ghanaians associate themselves with the NPP party. That is what we are looking forward to doing.
Thank you very much. The event is just about to begin with prayers, and we'll put on hold the interviews for a brief period as the party begins the processes for this event to begin. And there will be a lot more interviews to be done about these very important conversations that are being had. There's a prayer now. As soon as they finish praying, we'll talk to a lot more people about what they make of this very important NPP event, which has brought together the party stalwarts of the New Patriotic Party. And so, as we speak, the party is currently converged here in Accra, with the prayers being said and everything about this supposed to kickstart, and then we can have a lot more interviews on how the party can regroup on some of these important issues that have all come up, and how the party will all be discussed and dealt with before the party takes a decisive action on all the amendments that have been. You see this section, a lot of members of parliament who have already taken their seat, party stalwarts, former members of parliament. There is also the VVIP with the former chief of staff already seated. You on Joy News. You are a very important member of the party, and this is such an important event. This is the first time the party is converging in this state after the 2024 defeat. What are your takeaways, and what do you expect the party will take away from you?
I totally agree with you, and I want to extend all my greetings to your viewers across the world and wish God's blessings for all of them. It's a watershed conference. It's a conference that is very important in shaping our way forward, especially coming 7 months after a very devastating defeat that we suffered during the general elections. But I do believe that there's the potential that we'll take the necessary decisions that will energize the base of our party. That is what is important, and to win back our lost flock, our own members who have been dissatisfied with our political party. Because I do believe that we have the numbers, and if we are able to excite the base and do do what they want, what they expect from us. And that's why some of us have delivered proposals to the amendment committee, and I'm happy to report that the National Council accepted a lot of the proposals that I made, regarding especially the expansion of the base of the party. The fact that when you work for this party, you sacrifice for this party, and you are no more in office, sometimes there's a certain feeling of neglect and then a sense of detachment. And I think we can cure that by giving every former officer of this party the voting right. The idea is that we aim towards one man, one vote in the very near future. You understand? But if we can't get that, then if we can get all our former officers to be participants in deciding who leads the party, who are the major players in our party, that would satisfy their, angst a lot. So I'm hoping that this conference, the delegates would make a little amendment to what the proposal that council has made, and add and be able to add onto the electoral college all former polling station executives, all electoral area coordinators. And I think once we do that, it will rejuvenate the party, it will energize the party, and everything will happen.
Because you spoke about neglect, your former boss, President Kufuor, he said to have said that the party has neglected him. You used to be his press secretary. He had actually asked for this conference to be postponed. There's a lot of news going around with him. What do you make of all that?
Well, it's unfortunate. I mean, our former president was the first person of our political tradition from independence to win 2 terms of political power. So he occupies a special place in the heart of this party and in the annals of this party, because not even Dankwa or Buzia were able to win 2 terms. So I would say like the foundational president of our tradition. Now we have another, President Akufo-Addo, who's also completed successfully his 2 terms of office. And I would have thought, I was a bit unhappy that his request...
And this year, a head job. And this year, a head job. And this year, Abba and Papa, Abba.
We want to stand on the existing protocol, but start by saying we had a nice love letter from the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party inviting us as special guests at your conference today. But to our surprise, our brother Ahiagba detained us in a small room and only invited us out to come and deliver a solidarity message and go back. We hope that is not a beginning of a new direction. We are together in this fight to build a strong democracy for our country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, party leaders, party members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana and the nation builder, the national chairman of the NDC, General Asiedrin Ketia, the General Secretary, Golden Fifi Kwete, and members of the National Democratic Congress. We want to take this opportunity to wish you well as you gather to reset your party in a manner as to play your role as a responsible opposition party. The country Ghana is going through a reset process. It is very important that we as political parties reset our ideas, policies, and programs. That is why we are happy that the biggest opposition party in our country is doing exactly that, to reset and play their role
with constructive criticism to support the nation builder John Mahama to rebuild the Ghana we all want. Ghana cannot fail as a democratic state. We as the political class must leave a legacy for generations yet unborn. We can only do this when we continue to grow our democracy and create a country of opportunity for ourselves, our children, and generations yet unborn. Let us together as political parties and Ghanaians put our resources together in resetting our state institution and create a just country for us all. We hope after your deliberation at this conference, you will come out a stronger opposition party in your reconstruction effort. Unity is key. Ghana needs a stronger opposition party to enhance our democracy. We also hope that after this conference, your party will appreciate the importance of having two surviving former presidents among you and continuously, adequately consult them to help build your party strong. Don't alienate them outside the box. They need you. You need them to be able to bring a strong opposition party. We hope that after this conference, you will live here united and not divided. God bless our homeland, Ghana. God bless the reset agenda of John Dramani Mahama. God bless our democracy, and God bless us all. Eyezu! Eyezuzu!
Azankwa! Azankwa! NDC! Azankwa! Galamsey! Azankwa! Yaba eba tisi petrol so Azankwa! Omobaye Azankwa! Boko among country President Mahama say Obaye Azankwa! Atro ene adada.